Hey, welcome back to the Hotel Orloff. It is Thursday, July 24th, 2024. And we're in the middle of a zombie apocalypse here. We've got zombies pounding on the walls. We've got the windows boarded up. I thought it would be a good time to do a video. I haven't done a video in a while. My wife has not been feeling well at all. We went to the doctor Tuesday afternoon. Got a GoFundMe going on. I'll give you a link to that. I'll go live a little later on this evening. I'll give you the link to that. 7 wonderful people donated. I really appreciate those people and their generosity. It's amazing. And then another person sent a check today, and that's from Florida. That was wonderful. So I mean, we've got health insurance. It's not, but there's some things, financial emergencies going on that you guys, yeah, if you want to help out with this channel. If you want me to do more shows more frequently, it'll have to be, yeah. We'll see. We can. Things will get better. Things will get better, right? Wonderful. Well, I haven't seen these zombies in a while. They were pounded on the door and the wall earlier. It was unbelievable. Oh, okay. Let me stop this music. My wife works from home. She hasn't been able to work for a while because she's been feeling really bad. But today she is actually. Thank you for those of you that are praying. If you can't send $25, just a prayer would be great too, because these are bad financial times. Although they say on the TV we're having a great economy now. I'm going to stop this music, and just in case it's bothering her, she's works from home she works from the phone. So turn that stuff off. Besides, it attracts the zombies, right? Right, Drew? Drew's sleeping right through the zombie apocalypse. Well, since we last met, Joe Biden quit the race, and we've got, is it Kamala Harris? I mean, she's been vice president almost 4 years, and we still don't really fully know how to pronounce her name. That's how consequential she's been. And if you mispronounce her name, then you're accused of being a really bad person. But I've heard people say Kamala, and then it seems like it became Kamala. And then it seems like, no, the accent's supposed to be on the first syllable, Kamala. I don't know. I don't know, and I don't care. But how about that? So let's go upstairs and look at comical, funny books. We're going to look at some books that I think you should be investing in the latter part of 2024 and into 2025. These are important key issues that you should be purchasing, to build up your portfolio. So let's go do that, man. Okay. Oh, yeah, I've got my extension cord. I got my bottle of water. Yeah, it's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. We got zombies banging on the walls outside. It's weird. Yeah. Oh, cool. Okay. Yeah, well, you can do that when you finish. I'm filming a show right now, but no, that's okay. Um, I'll if you change your mind and want a fish dinner, let me know, okay? Uh, okay, all right. Well, if you decide, let me know. All right, love you. Bye. Close that door. I never close that door, but I need to close it because she's doing a job. They've got her doing a political survey. So she's excited because she's doing a Republican one now. Okay. She's been in a lot of pain, and I'm good. So I haven't been able to do many shows lately. Okay, so how about that? Yeah. So let's get some music playing. Okay, key issues to purchase in the new year. That's the theme on tonight's broadcast. And then later on, about, I don't know, 6:30 tonight, we're going to try to do our weekly Dum Dum. Last Thursday, I wasn't able to do the Dum Dum celebration because my wife was in extreme pain. What is this? Oh my gosh, it's a Gotham City comic sticker. I'm going to go put this on a box. These look great on a short box. So if you order any comics from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, make sure you ask for one of these. There we go. Here's another Gotham City sticker. Here we this box. Fantastic. All right. Let's see. From probably second grade, this comic here. Just got this from Captain Strangelove. I can look at it and say second grade because it's an early 20-cent issue. I believe comics went up to 20 cents in early 1972. No, well, I would have been in first grade. I take that back. So comic books were 20 cents all through second grade, which was 72 to 73. And then the 73-74 year, I think towards the very end of the school year of third grade in early 1974, I think that's when comics went to 25 cents. Don't quote me. Let's see. Oh, let's see. I'm taking it out, but he's got it written already here. Because like real comic collectors, they write on the back of the card. It's issued 243, 1972, First Lazarus Pit, it's in good condition. Peace Out, lower right front cover. Oh, I see. Also lower left margin, page 17. That's what he's talking about right there. So this is from the Captain Strangelove collection. He sent me this as a freebie with some other stuff. Oh my gosh, look at this. So early 1972, this is when Tarzan first, right after Tarzan first showed up at DC. Oh, he's got the, what do you call this paper in there? It's a paper. It absorbs acid and stuff. Denny O'Neil, Neil Adams doing the pencils. Yeah, this is one I do not have in my collection. And what is, man, I should have brought my magnifying glass up here. I just put batteries in it. It's one of those light up. August 72. Okay, you count back 2 months, July. This came out in June of 72. So, very beginning of the summer of 72, as first grade ended, comics were just going up to 20 cents. Fantastic. Okay. Do you hear the zombies banging? Man, told you. Okay. This is an Archie comic that doesn't have Archie in it. That Wilkin boy. So he has his own band. The Bingos. Yeah. Well, it's... Nobody remembers that Wilkin boy now, but... Girls can get their hair pieces, and the second, third graders that buy this magazine can get their beard, you know, their mustaches. Yeah, they kind of recreate the whole Archie gang. It's a bootleg Archie comic that comes from Archie Comics. So. It was Popsicle ad. Isn't that great? Fantastic. Yeah, I've got to file a bunch of Archie comics into the Archie boxes. That might be something I do soon. Maybe I'll do it during the big meeting tonight, big live stream. Wonder who will show up on that live stream. Perhaps you. Let's see. Okay. Oh my gosh. Look at this. It's Animal Comics. Number 26, 1947. Very good minus. most pages browning and tanning around margins, some stains back cover. Stains of what? This is also a freebie that, it says that old comic smell. This came from Captain Strangelove, as well as that Welkin Boy book. It's Animal Comics. Has an educational story about whaling. That I'm sure nobody read. But then you've got these funny animal comics that are actually very interesting looking. Oh, this is, I know what this is. It's Uncle Wiggily. I recognized Uncle Wiggily. And then this very golden age looking story. Man, there aren't many words. Man, look at this crazy looking dog. And then, that's weird how I've always flipped through comics and magazines backwards. I always start at the end and flip towards the front. Here's a Pogo story. I suppose I was Japanese in a past life, you know. It could be Pogo. Albert and Pogo. How about that? 1947. That's about the time that my dad was graduating high school. 1947. Incredible. That's a fantastic comic. Apparently, this teaches you all about Great Britain, what everyone should know about Great Britain in this issue of Sad Sack. It's a 1974 one-shot. How about that? 1974. What part of 1974? Oh, this is in nice shape. It's the ambassador from Great Britain to the United States. This is apparently a comic book trying to encourage kids to get their family to go visit England. Oh, man. How about that? Well, I can't get into my Instagram account currently. Remember the one sheet Pulp Fiction with Uma Thurman laying there, and she had a G, and you know, looking like a pulp magazine cover. Well, there was apparently, you know, they took a bunch of shots in the photo shoot, and one she's playing around and just has the G, like resting her chin on the G, you know, like under her chin. And I posted that picture of Uma Thurman, and then instantly the next thing I tried to post wouldn't go through. And then some of my friends, it said I couldn't see their account, it's private. Even though they told me my account's not even private. But anyway, then I got this message: do you need help? Do you need they were upset that it might be suggesting unaliving. And so I was talking to Kevin from Gotham City Comics, and I sent him a screenshot of how they had told me that I can't post this, and there was a tiny little miniature picture showing the example of what the post that they had taken down. And because I sent that to him, I guess they Total. I mean, the page is still there. I just can't get into it. I don't know how long that'll take before. So these. But there's tons of things on Instagram, unbelievably violent, gory pages on Instagram that just show G's doing all kinds of things. But oh well, I sent a thing. This is. What is your, you wish to complain about this? And I chose. They give you certain choices, and I said it was not what you thought it was, and then and then one of the choice I had to put, it was a joke, was my only possible choice of the list of things. So I don't know. I mean, Uma Thurman was joking, yes, back 35 years ago. I'm sorry, man. It just these social media tech giants are going in big for. It probably is because I posted pro-Trump stuff. They were like watching me. I don't know. But you Instagram fans won't have Gratu to kick around anymore. I won't be on there for a while. Probably never. Oh, good. Oh, there's not listed in Overstreet 2008. Can't find reference. Spirit 12 on cover, no number in indicia. Listed in 49th, printed in USA 1964. This is a reprint comic, and I have a copy of this. I don't think it's in this good a condition. But yeah, when you see super comics, that means it's a reprint, but they're still cool, and they're Soul Rage comics. This is from 1964, but it's how is this sealed? Oh, he just has it. It's not okay. So I always love this ad. Start your business. Anyway, the Spirit, was 1940s comic strip. It wasn't really a comic strip. It was a supplement it was a separate little booklet that was put in the Sunday paper. It wasn't with the other color funnies. It was a separate, it was a Spirit extra thing in your newspaper, and it was folded over like a comic book, and they were called Spirit sections. And first I saw of the Spirit was in 1974, I believe, when Warren started reprinting in magazine form the Will Eisner Spirit. I wasn't really even sure it was. I didn't know it was an old. Well, I found out pretty quick, because it tells you in the magazine. But I bought that first issue of Spirit when I lived in San Antonio in 4th grade. Wonderful, and it has the original Will Eisner black and white. He saved his original art, and then it has Richard Corbin, who I dearly love, doing the shading and airbrushing. So it really was a magnificent package. But there's an old Spirit story. This one, yeah, that's what the Spirit section would look like. The wrist radio. My wife has an Apple Watch. It really is a Dick Tracy thing. Don't let them call you skinny. Back when it was not cool to be skinny, you wanted to be more full figured. So it's got some Spirit stories, and then it looks like it's got a story in the center of. They got Flatfoot Burns. Look at this baseball ad. Wonderful. So it's kind of like a Golden Age comic that came out in the Silver Age. Best of both worlds. Fantastic. Okay. This isn't a key issue. This is a like kind of what they call, what the comic book experts call a run filler. This is not an important issue, but so those of you that collect key issues and have them slabbed would not want this particular issue. But this is The Amazing Spider-Man number 50. It's got a fold, possibly a subscription fold. There's Norman Rockwell's corpse. Pages are nice and white. The Mary Marvel Marching Society. Yeah, John Romita art. This is the first appearance. Well, that's retelling Spider-Man's origin. This has the first appearance of Kingpin, but it doesn't make it a significant issue. It's not a key issue. It's wonderful art. This is the era, man. This is when Spider-Man was great, and the Steve Ditko era before it, of course. This is. Look at all those wonderful words. This is what a comic book should look like, man. I don't collect Spider-Man. I collect Spider-Man. I collect time periods. I love Spider-Man from right this period. The early 60s to the late 60s. And then, it was in the early 70s that I discovered Spider-Man, and it was still wonderful. But it was it's never gonna be like this again. But anyway, this is a very inexpensive book. You could probably get this in most dollar bins, so don't pay a lot for it. But July of '67. You count back to June and then to May. You always count back 2 months. So right as the school year ended in 1966-67 school year, which I was not in school then because I was born in '65. This came out. I had just turned 2 when this comic book came out. And I wish I could get more of these. If you've got Amazing Spider-Man comics below issue 100 that are not slabbed, and you want to get rid of them, I'm your guy. Oh, this is wonderful. It's so wonderful to not be slabbed. And I don't think this issue was reprinted in Marvel Tales. I think they skipped over this issue. I'm not sure. I mean, at least in the initial run. I could be wrong on that. Anyway, how about that? Oh, here's a book I've got up. This book I've had, but Kevin Johnson from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona, sent me some Silver Age backing boards and bags. because he got some, and I've got a bunch of Silver Age books that need to be sleeved. So this is going to help me out. Okay, so that one's now sleeved. This is in ratty condition. I actually have a copy of this in better condition. This is, but it still needs to be in a bag and board. This is a pretty significant issue. I bought it in the 80s probably, when nobody cared about Lois Lane or Catwoman, but I did. Okay, so that's... What else we got here? So I got that Spider-Man comic from Captain Strangelove. I also got this crime comic. All true crime. True cases proving crime can't win. See, I've always loved horror and crime comics from the 50s, but I don't have many of them because I never could afford them. I never dreamed I could afford them, and I still can't afford them. So it's... This has some little issues like that. Ooh, look at this long, but its pages are white. I think, as I recall, look at this, lots of words. That's so great. The Ugly Woman. I can't wait to read this, man. There's a few pages that have that, and it affects the art a little. A little bit. I need to put this out in my crime. I've got a crime horror rack in the other room. I might put that there. Yeah, probably. Okay. So we switch over. Here's the bags and boards that Kevin Johnson, Gotham City Comics, Mesa, Arizona. One of the finest comic stores in the United States. It's been open since 1852. Before comic books were invented, Gotham City Comics was selling comic books to Arizonans. Do they call them Arizonans? I don't know what they call them. Oh, so I got some stuff from Kevin at Gotham City Comics. And he sent me... He sends these freebies that are incredible. Look at this freebie he sent me. Now, you got a little bit of some water problems there, but it's okay. It's the $6 Million Man, and why didn't I asked myself, why didn't I buy this when it came out? I think I couldn't find it. Isn't that weird? And it has great artwork, much better than what you would think Charlton would have. Charlton was not known to have artwork like this. They had Steve Ditko and stuff, but this is... I don't remember seeing the $6 Million Man on the newsstand. But Charlton somehow got the rights to the $6 Million Man and the Bionic Woman, and those were huge properties at the time. You would have thought Marvel or DC would have gotten it, but I don't know. Somehow they snapped it up. And so you've got Neil Adams and Terry Austin and Dick Giordano. You have only one chance to celebrate the bicentennial. Do it right. Boy, I remember the bicentennial.
Hey, Kenneth.
Yeah, what's up?
Please don't close that door to the office. I'm getting very hot in there. I don't feel...
Oh, I only closed that so that I wouldn't bother you with my noise.
Making me very hot and I don't feel well. Thank you.
Okay, but am I bothering you? Can you hear me?
No.
Oh, okay.
Should I leave this door open or
Well, I had it closed only so that,
Okay.
yeah, I wouldn't bother you. Okay, so it has this great, fantastic. I don't know if anyone's ever reprinted the $6 Million Man. Man, I would have loved this book if I had gotten it. You know, I did get a $6 Million Man color comic that Charlton put out, but I only saw, that was the only one I ever saw. I would have eaten this up because I watched $6 Million Man every week, and then when Bionic Woman came on, I thought that was a great show too. Yeah, I never saw these, but the only thing that's you can tell it's Charlton just because the cover doesn't really have gloss so much. It feels more kind of like it's recycled paper, you know. But they wonder how they got Neil Adams. Maybe because they allowed him to keep his original artwork. I bet that's the case. Oh man, that's pretty brutal. This woman getting S'd by a G. Look at these other magazines Charlton was putting out. A karate magazine, Real West. Okay, yeah. Music magazines, crossword puzzle. I'm not crossword, those word searches. I hated that. Teachers would always hand out mimeographs with word searches to keep us happy. Ooh, this reeks of Tony Tallarico. That could be Tony Tallarico art, but I don't know. It doesn't look that bad. Maybe it isn't Tony Tallarico. Actually, maybe it's okay. Let's see if this is Tony Tallarico. If it is Tony Tallarico, it's the best work I've ever seen him do. They also had an emergency magazine. This is volume 1, number 3. Neil Adams. They have Steve Austin listed as an artist. Do you see that there? They're trying to be funny. Who is this guy, man? I guess it's not Tony Tallarico bad. It just kind of struck me as maybe it was, no, this is pretty good art. It's not Tony Tallarico. But Tony Tallarico, no offense to Tony Tallarico's family if they're watching that, but he's always been my the artist that kind of like irks me. It bugs me. Tony Tallarico bugs me. Smashing through that windshield, probably crushing the guy's head. Don't bug me. I remember seeing these magazines polluting the newsstand, all those. Man, they were all over the place. So, these were very nice gifts that came my way from Gotham City Comics in Mesa, Arizona. Yeah, make sure you're calling the one in Mesa, Arizona, because there's also a Gotham City Comics unrelated in New York. It's not the same store. Oh. I have a lot of Fantastic Fours from the 60s, Stan Lee and Jack Kirby, but I do not have this one. So this is one I'll add to my collection. I don't have the real early ones, man. I never could afford those. But I was buying these up in the late 70s, early 80s. So I was real happy to get this. In this time period, Jack Kirby had asked for a raise. The story I heard, he asked for a raise from Stan Lee, and he said, well, I can't do that right now, but why don't you just draw fewer panels, and then you won't be doing as much work, and you'll be kind of getting a raise. You'll be finishing quicker, and so that's why, you got 4 panels instead of the traditional 6. See, there's a few years earlier, you'd only get a full page panel if it was something huge like Galactus showing up on Earth or something, or the first, entrance into the negative zone would get a full page. But let's say here you don't want 4 panels, but it's great because you get big glimpses of Kirby art. But this is CBS. No, this is May of '69. So you go back to April and to March. This came out in March of '69. So this is about the time that we moved. I would have been 4 years old. We moved from Germany we moved from San Antonio, where I was born, to Germany. My dad was in the army, to Landstuhl about this time. So I was not aware of the Fantastic Four at that time in 1969. Amazing. Okay. Should be checking on the zombie apocalypse outside. Oh, look, it's Little Lotta. This is a key issue that I would recommend that you purchase soon, because the value is going up. Little Lotta, number 99. Nobody talks about Little Lotta anymore, man. Nobody ever mentions that Richie Rich looks like Donald Trump either. Ooh, look at that. Look at this cool looking giant. It's kind of different from the Harvey house style that you normally see. Yeah. Little Lotta. Little Lotta's dad kind of looks like Archie if he aged about 30, 40 years. Wouldn't that look like Archie if he had gone bald? So maybe Archie Andrews grew up and his child was Little Lotta. So that means that he married Betty because she's a blonde. Remember these ads, man? How'd you like a nice Hawaiian punch? Oh, you can earn a genuine Kennedy $50. Everyone's forgotten about those $50. When is this from? Well, the price is 15 cents. So where is my magnifying glass? It's downstairs. November of '71. If I do this, and then if I look through a tiny little pinhole, it focuses my vision. I learned that in 5th grade. In 5th grade, my eyes were terrible. I had that eye surgery that fixed your eye. I wear glasses now, but I don't wear them on this show. But, you know, you get older, you need glasses anyway. But anyway, I learned how to focus my vision. November of 71. November of 71. Okay, I was in 1st grade. September, beginning, 1st month of 1st grade. Oh, I hated 1st grade. Ooh, that was not good. I was in the principal's office all the time. It seems like I was okay in kindergarten, but in 1st grade I started to really rebel. I just wanted to be at home watching Sesame Street or something. By 2nd grade, I'd learned to calm down and that this was my fate, and I just needed to accept it. Okay, where's my Harvey comics? This is a box back here of stuff I've got to file in these boxes. Of course, I got to read them first. I mean, read and then file. Okay, Harvey. Here we go. Casper, Sad Sack. Okay. Little Lotta, as far as I know, did not ever. These were. Kevin was at a convention. We were doing a live stream. He was walking around a convention in Mesa, Arizona. One of his friends had a table, and he had the $3 comic books. And I said, man, like I saw this cover. I said, could you get that for me? He said, no problem. But he apparently worked out a deal where he got a quantity discount, so we got them for $2. So basically, these are $2 books I'm showing you here. Even though we're having a financial crisis, I felt like I've got to, put money out of pocket, so how about that? This is 112, and it is I believe that to be September of 72, so July of 72. I was going into 2nd grade. It was the summer between 1st and 2nd grade. That's the summer that we moved from Heidelberg, Germany to Hampton, Virginia. So I might have been on the airplane when, I might have seen this comic in the airport, when on the voyage. We lived in Landstuhl and Heidelberg, Germany. And boy, did I love these Harvey comics at that age. But this is one I never had. It's just such a spectacular cover with the fireworks. Man, what time is it? Does anyone know what time it is? Does anybody really know what time it is? Does anybody really care? Time is just a societal construct. How about that Kamala Harris? She's pretty with it, huh? I hear the younger generation really thinks she's hep. I heard on CNN. Here's another copy from Super Comics. See that? Super Comics, that Spirit I showed you this one is something I've never seen. Master Detective. So this is going to be probably, I believe what Super Comics was some company that they found some artwork from the Golden Age in a building they bought, and they decided, well, let's publish it. And I think in a couple of cases they published some stories that had never actually been printed the first time, so they printed some Golden Age stuff for the first time. But Super Comics are 1960s comics. It's got that ad with the weird guy again. Build your own hot rod. Man, that's the greatest. So what is Master Detective? Was there a comic called Master Detective? Look, best in comics. Look for this seal. Super Comics. There's your 100 toy soldiers. This is Young King Cole, Detective Agency Mastermind, as opposed to old King Cole. And whoop, this page is folded over. It looks, the art looks very, that's another Young King Cole. But this is a Western story. Oh, look at this. I've never seen this particular ad for the 150 Civil War soldiers. Look at that. "147 famous automobiles." They're probably little pieces of flat plastic. See, up to 18 miles? I seriously doubt that. 18 miles. That's insane. That's like looking from, maybe if you're on the top of a mountain. Yeah, this apparently is all reprints of Young King Cole, who is a character I've never heard of. I have to research that. Okay, Master Detective. Put it right next to that Spirit. Whew, let's look at this. I go whew because it's a little sad. This is EC Fanatic Fanzine. Roger Hill was probably the leading EC fan, and he passed away right as the last issue of this came out. And then he had finished this one, and this one is coming out posthumously. But Roger Hill just had a big, heritage auctions, just auctioned off a lot of his original artwork that he had of pre-code horror covers. I mean, he had that famous Chamber of Chills cover where you see the woman's face through the wine glass or whatever, and it's a skeleton that Glenn Danzig used for a Misfits cover. So it's a magazine, but it's a book that you could put on a bookshelf. I mean, it's a softcover book, and it's worth purchasing. It just came out maybe a week or two ago. Hey.
I called the lab work back.
Uh-huh.
I'm so glad I asked them to take my blood.
Uh-huh.
I have anemia naturally.
Okay.
What's been going on.
Right.
My pre-diabetes is back, but I know how to get rid of it. So now I have to super cut down on sodas and desserts.
We both do, yeah.
And now I have low potassium, but I have a potassium supplement, so I will get on that immediately.
Okay.
I'm gonna need iron, and I know what to do about the pre-diabetes, but nothing funky showed up about my liver, and I'm very happy. But I have pain, and I have to continue to cleanse and watch what I eat, because it's like...
What if you were eating a steak tonight? Would that help you with some of that?
The anemia, yeah.
Should you get a steak?
That's a wonderful idea.
Because you're trying to avoid fried food.
Yeah, I'll get the grilled zucchini.
Okay.
And just go ahead and get me the baked potato so I'm not starving. I'll text it to you.
Text it all to me. I'll order. Should I get it at 5 or should I go later?
I get my break around 6, so if you order
Order at 5:30.
No, I get my break around 6. You're just gonna screw me up with work.
What I said, if I order at 5:30 and then pick it up, I should be home
Yeah,
at
I
6.
just have no guarantee that I'll be off at 6. Try like 5:45.
5:45. Okay, sounds good.
But I'm better off than I thought. But like, no wonder I feel woozy with blood sugar problems and anemia.
Let me show you Drusilla. There was a third EC comic, you know, the Crypt Keeper and all that. But they introduced this character. She was Drusilla right before EC Comics.
It's her human form.
Her human form.
I love you. I gotta go.
Love you. Our dog was named Drusilla after, she named her after some character on Buffy the Vampire Slayer. What the heck? But I was looking at this one. But anyway, I was telling her that, you know, there were 3 horror hosts in EC Comics, but they at the very end of EC they introduced this beautiful character called Drusilla, and but you know, then EC Comics went under, or at least everything but Mad. I mean, EC continued all through, you know. EC didn't die in 1955. You know, Mad was always put out by EC until EC was sold to you know, Warner Communications, and they may have still called it EC. So EC Comics has just been revived. Like yesterday, New Comic Day, they put out 2 new EC comics that were terrible, and everyone hates them unless they're just really fooling themselves. But anyway, lots of great articles. This is just you like EC. There's lots of unpublished art. This is the bee's knees, man. This is what you gotta get, man. Classics Illustrated sells. They have to use the fight scene on the cover of to sell the zombie terror. This is just the greatest. It's just sad that the guy that put this out passed away. But David Wilcock, I watched this guy. He's you know, man, his dog just died. If you, I was watching him last Sunday. He does a live stream pretty much every Sunday now, and on YouTube, and he's talking about his dog was just in his last hours, and his dog passed away, is what I hear. But David Wilcock's got this view that supposedly he communicates that David Wilcock thinks he's the reincarnation of Edgar Casey, and he thinks he has been communicated to by the Archangel Michael. Anyway, he says that any animal, dog, cat, whatever, that is fed by people and lives with people reincarnates, because he believes in reincarnates as a human. They get to move up. So then they're given more of a full soul. They get promoted. So he's real happy for his dog that he's promoted up to being a human now. So that's David Wilcock. I don't know about reincarnation, but I just know a co-worker of mine had her dog had just passed away, and then she had a heart attack, and then the dog, she said while she was flatlined, she saw the dog jumping up on her that had passed away. So because these people say dogs don't go to heaven, it's like, but I was this whole thing about Superman being from the house of El. El means God. It's Elohim, and I just realized this, or was told this just 2 nights ago, that the main angels all have El at the end of their name. Michael, Gabriel. What are some of the other ones? Help me with that. I don't remember. But the ones that felt like Lucifer doesn't have the L at the end of his name. But there's Gabe. Anyway. So, Kal-El, Jor-El, all that. It's one of those things, man. Just so anyway, so basically, Superman's last name kind of means that he is like a deity. So, Bullwinkle and Rocky. It's a 15-cent issue. It is from September of '72, which would mean July. Yeah, July of '72, meaning this was the summer between first and second grade. But at that point, I don't think I'd ever seen a Bullwinkle cartoon, and I would have bought this. What a great cover! It's just such a great, elegant, simple cover. It's sure it says class of '72. Man, my brother was class of '72. Look at this, man. Stop War. Nice art. You know, collecting comic books can be addictive. But you got to fight this addiction. This is my no more for a while. I mean, I got to still buy a little bit each month from Kevin Johnson at Gotham City Comics because he's got a whole pile. It's gigantic for me. But other than that, little monthly amount sent to Mesa, Arizona, I can't do it, man. I got to get my wife back in better health, and I'm not in that great of health either. And I'm older than she is. I got to stay around to take care of her, man. This is Gold Key. Actually, when this came out, what? I bought a Bullwinkle comic, now that I think about it, earlier than this, so I must have been aware of who Bullwinkle was, because I've got a Charlton Bullwinkle comic, and I think it predates 1972. I got that in Germany. So I think Charlton had the rights to Bullwinkle. Bullwinkle was with Dell. Maybe went to Gold Key, then Charlton, and it must have gone back to Gold Key at this point. I could be wrong, I don't know. But I've got a Bullwinkle comic where he's getting onto a boat, and I still have it from when I was like in first grade. And it predates this by probably a year or so. Come on, man, where's my Gold Key comics? I can't do my come on man anymore now because Biden's going off to the sunset, so I can't do my impression of Joe Biden anymore. But Joe Biden, everyone started feeling sorry for him. And yeah, it's rough watching someone get old and everything, but he was always a horrible person, so it's just like, I feel sorry for him, but he really was a horrible criminal. His whole family's horrible. And he was the type, I'm sure you had to read The Outsiders, or you saw the movie, maybe some girl made you take you to see The Outsiders back in high school. But, you had and Outsiders takes place in the mid-'60s. It's a true story, because it was written by a high school girl. And it was, these guys still holding on to the 50s and their kind of gang kind of culture, and then there were the social guys, I don't remember if they called them socias in that book or if that's from my reality of growing up, but the kids that were in the student council, that played football, that were cheerleaders, they were a different group, a social group. And Biden was part of that group. He was one of these football players that was a bully. That's why he always says, I'd like to take him behind the gym, and I'd like to take you behind the gym and beat the hell out of you. And Come on, man. I'm a cool guy, man. Come on, man. Where are my gold key comics? Classics Illustrated, Harvey. It's Combat Kelly and his Deadly Dozen. This wasn't around too long. Look at this guy. The wonderful 20-cent era of comics. When 20-cent comics first came in, they had picture frames. But this is right after they stopped doing that. So this is going to be from 1973. Nice and glossy, like a brand new comic. Beautiful white pages. This is so wonderful. I loved at this time period how they had these little advertisement blurbs at the bottom. This one's promoting Shanna the She-Devil. Oh, what a wonderful time period. This is Dick Ayers is the artist with John Tartaglione, inker. Gary Friedrich writing. June of 73. April of 73. So this is the end of second grade. Combat Kelly. And last but not least is this facsimile comic, Dynamic Comics. This may still be available. I think Meyer Greenblatt got one of these from Kevin at Gotham City Comics, and I got one because we looked at this on a live stream and we were laughing so hard. The stories in this book are so great. This is from Roy Thomas's company, and they're doing all kinds of great facsimile comics. How do I open this first Loganer thing? Now I don't have anything to look forward to. Well, I do. Because every single day more news happens than in a whole year normally. That's something to look forward to. But as far as in the mail, there's nothing else to look for because the two packages came from Gotham City Comics and Captain Strangelove today. Now, but anyway, this is one of those books that normal humans cannot afford. You may watch people on YouTube that can afford these books. That's great. Hats off to them for being wealthy people. But it's there's a bubble. I mean, this stuff in a generation, in 20 years, I really question whether this stuff's going to have any value to your children or your grandchildren. I just don't think so. I mean, yeah, the first Superman, first Spider-Man, they're always going to have some value because people will know who those characters are. But comic books is just, I just don't think. I think it's going to go the way of big little books and model trains and stuff. I don't know. I just can't imagine. And Kevin got these cool old store stock from some old drugstore that's been around since the 30s. And they had all these toys from the 60s and 50s in the back of the store. And they must have discovered them and they're selling them on eBay. They've got quantities of these. So Kevin had a couple of these things, and I was like, he showed them on a live stream recently, and I said, oh my God, that's amazing. So he just sent one, because he had a couple, to me as a little present. Look at this, man. It's a water blaster. And it's, what is that? I can't read the little small print. Maybe, can you, what does it say there? In the red there. Made in Hong Kong for Louis Green, what does it say? Greenberg? New York. Anyway, it's a very it's a weird toy. I think it's based on the Six Finger toy from that was a big seller in the 60s. They even had TV commercials. I was looking at this. This is some little Japanese card, right? Ultra Fighters. It's like little tiny. Like, see how small it is compared to my... Sorry, my fingernails are dirty. I was working in the garden today, digging, removing weeds and such. But what is that? That's a monster that it looks like a giant cheeseburger. I don't know what that is, but apparently that's something Ultraman had to fight. And it's 6 of spades. I guess cards for very small hands. I want to hang this on the wall, so let's find a thumbtack. Let's go. Ouch! I don't know where they are, man. Okay. I'm gonna go put these 2 books on my rack out here. I don't know if you heard, my wife says that she had some blood work done the other day, and so she's got some things she's got to fix with her health. That's the zombies again, man. I told you they've been causing havoc around here. Okay, I'm going to put this here. Well, I think I'll put this here, and I'll take this Tarzan book into the other room. Thanks. They don't knock pictures off the wall, man. Oh, shoot. One of the legs of my tripod fell off. On this all true crime, I want to add more crime comics. Oh, there, I have another issue of All True Crime. Look at that. I didn't realize that. Put that there. Move Red Rider over, Jungle Action. Maybe I'll leave Tarzan here. I'll put Tarzan here. I'm trying to make it look like a real magazine and comic rack, even though they're books from different time periods. This is my version of a comic book wall. Okay, it's a big mess. I've been trying to organize. I've created a space for my wife in here on this. Show you. She's got all her makeup stuff. It's woman Woman's Paradise in here. And I found a poster, this is a poster I've had since the 90s. I like this band. And I said, so I put it up for her. These posters were already there from me. So she's got some things of mine in here that I'm probably going to have to remove. This was like from our wedding here. So how about that? Look at this autographed picture. This is from about a year ago. Kevin sent me this as a present. It's an autograph of Harley Pace. I've got to look on YouTube to see if I can find some footage of Harley Pace wrestling. I don't know much about wrestling, but I'd like to learn. Let's go outside and see the zombies, man. They're pounding on the wall. They think they're going to get in, man. Listen to them. They'll never penetrate the walls here, man. Damn. You hear that, man? Look at Drew the dog. Drew has her new bed. My wife got this bed from Temu, man, and she loves it. Or is it pronounced Temu? It's one of those names like Kamala. They keep changing how you're supposed to pronounce it. Damn, man. How do you sleep, Drew, through the pounding of the zombies outside? Flesh-eating ghouls. Okay. Well, we did have our bed set up in this room, and it was getting a little too hot and cramped, and I couldn't get in these closet doors, so we moved the beds out here into this living room area, and I moved the TV in here. You can't see what I'm talking about. I turned that off. She's having to do some survey about Kamala Harris. Okay, anyway. So we have the bed here and the TV here. This is a wonderful illustration that Charlton 66 got done for me of Morticia. It's gradually coming together. We've been here over 2 years. I got the kitchen starting to get set up over here. We're on the second level. Anyway. So tonight it's about 6:30. I'm going to try to go on live. Maybe he'll come on. I'm going to make this a sound room and also a room where we can kind of work out, so I'm going to have the stereo going. I found this American Express credit card that expires in 1978. I found some some of the very first credit cards when they invented those gosh darn horrible things that were my mom's. Oh, another Gotham City sticker. Look at that. Where can I put it? I gotta find a box that doesn't have a Gotham City sticker on it. I gotta set this down. Whoa. I've gotta get some more duct tape on this tripod. It is not holding up. Okay, so he has shirts of this design too. He may have sold out of those though. Hopefully he'll print more. Okay, I put that sticker on my one that says Charlton Comics Box 1. Well, I don't know what other ways I can entertain you up here. Let me turn off that power strip. Let's go see what it looks like outside with these zombies. Also, I need to see what time it is, because it might be time for supper.
Important to the economy.
Water.
Attracts tourists. Which two or three activities would you be most interested in? Walking or picnicking along the river? Attending community events? Hiking or biking? Camping? Fishing? Traveling or
The hungry ghouls continue to persist in pounding on the walls. See what time it is. Man, it's almost 5. I got this clock that on the hour, we ought to wait and hear it, man, because it on the hour, there's a Bible verse that they say at every hour from this clock. But that's great that it says the Bible verse, but what put it over the edge where I knew I had to get that clock from Dollar General on sale is that the Bible verse is read by James Earl Jones. So basically, Darth Vader reads a Bible verse every, oh, that's a brilliant idea. Darth Vader reads a Bible verse every hour. And so, and it's not light activated, so it'll go on even in a dark room. And so what I just had an idea, and I said, what a great idea, is I've got this like 3-foot tall Darth Vader, and I thought maybe I could put that right next to the Darth Vader, and then it'll look like Darth Vader is actually teaching us about the Bible. But we've got 5 minutes to wait till it goes off, and then but it's at Dollar General. They got those Jesus clocks, and highly recommended by the Orloff Inspirational Network. It'll teach you about the Bible and about Star Wars at the same time. And see, this is CNN. It'll teach you about CNN too. Where is, oh yeah. This will help repair the tripod that we're The zombies are out there. They just keep banging. Let's see if we can see one. Look, there's the feet of a zombie. Did you see that, man? The zombies are on ladders, man. Oh my gosh. It's the time of the season. It's the time of the season for loving. That's what the zombies sang when they're not banging on my walls. Oh my gosh. This is how you repair tripods here when you don't have any money, which is why we're having a GoFundMe here for the Orloff Inspirational Network. Yeah, if you can't help, you could, say a prayer that Cleo and I will have better days soon. It'll be nice, you kick in $20 or something. It'd be nice. It'd be nice, man. It'd be cool. Are you cool? Or are you a fool? I'm no fool, no siree. I'm gonna live to be 93. I send money by GoFundMe 'cause I'm no fool. Yep. You're lousy. You're lousy. Come on, man. Come on, man. I'm trying to fix the tripod. Is it time? No, almost. We're waiting for James Earl Jones, man. Mr. Gravitas himself.
And as he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glistering.
That's all. We got shortchanged at 5 o'clock. At 3 o'clock, he says the entire Lord's Prayer. We missed that part. My goodness gracious. I don't know if you heard that or not. It's definitely worth a trip to Dollar General before they sell out. Okay. Somewhere in this house are my prescription sunglasses. I cannot find them. Now I can't even find my non-prescription sunglasses. I set them down. Oh. Sometimes I found my regular glasses. They were missing for a year. And I had set them down right there next to that radio. And then they disappeared. Let's go see what's going on outside. These zombies keep knocking on my... Let's see what's going on, man. In all honesty, I'm lying to you. It's really a crew putting siding on the house because of some massive hail damage we had on April 26th that actually caused... hail came in sideways and actually penetrated. This is the original siding. This is the color of the original siding. They're replacing it with a light green color that was my wife's idea. And it's... So, the whole house, that is the part that isn't brick, was this kind of siding. See, that color. And let's see how they're doing out here. fixing this garden all this week. I pulled all the weeds, starting to look better. I don't want the yard to be embarrassing anymore. We almost got it done. Can I zoom in? I don't think so. Well, how about that, ladies and gentlemen? Can't believe I own a copy of The Amazing Spider-Man number 50. Can you believe it? Sometimes it's the little things in life that just I think my wife just sent me a text message. I just saw it because I'm recording this with my phone, if you haven't figured that out. So I see text messages flash up at the top. This guy's just finishing up over here. Looks great. Fantastic. Looks great. When they're done, this crew of Amish gentlemen will come over and put new gutters on the house that will be this copper color. So there'll be a gutter up here. See, this is all finished. See up there, where that's where the am I pointing in the right place? No. Up. Where is okay? Up here, that's the original color. That's where the elevator is. It's the original color. They're getting this work done pretty quick. This is the second day. I've been putting up, I think I've got 11 little short videos that show the progress as they've done this. You probably think I'm crazy putting these videos up and think, who cares about it? Well, I'm doing it really for my wife so that she can watch, and also her relatives down in Houston can watch the progress on the house. And if it entertains you guys, that's great. Hopefully, I've noticed I lost a couple of subscribers putting all those videos up. And it might be, and I lost a subscriber or two when I started the GoFundMe. They just thought, this son of a bitch asking for money. It was like, what does he give to me? Nothing, no entertainment at all. So, oh well. It's ridiculous. I'll never get to 1,000 subscribers. Doesn't matter. I like the green color. It's my wife's idea. And it kind of, she was saying it kind of looks like money, you know, it's like cash and pennies, you know. I don't know. And I had them put the original little weather vane. I had them put that back up. The crew that was out here before. It's not like it's super old or antique, but I think it looked cool up there. Thing about it, there's a star up there that is rusty, and it seems like something needs to be there, but my wife doesn't want to put the star back up there. I think I don't know. I told him I want to keep the star, but I don't want it thrown away but it kind of looks good up there. Something needs to be there. Can you see that? And you see the star? Yeah, the star up there. I think it's there because I would see that in Texas. Certain houses would have stars, and I figured it's because it's the Lone Star State. But I think the ones that have the big stars, it's because it's like a Masonic symbol that possibly, because there was someone used to own the house that used to be real high up in the Masons. So I think that could be a Masonic thing. And I don't know, removing it, I don't know if it will upset the community, but seems like something needs to be up there. Maybe a big circular Bucky Beaver head or something. I don't know. Imagine putting a giant skull. I joked to my wife, well, what if we turned the star upside down? And she laughed. Looked like like a coven of witches live here. But no, we wouldn't do that because, I don't know. Something needs to be up there. I don't know. But it's all rusty. I'll keep it, the star in the garage, just in case it has some important significance to the community, you know. So, anyway. Yeah. Looks good. The two lights that were on either side of the garage doors were broken by the hail. So I'm going to have to replace those lights. And my wife picked out two. And if I could find the foreman of this crew, he said that he would go to where he lives in the big city that's about an hour away. And he'd go to the hardware store and pick them up. We can pay him for them. And then they can install them tomorrow. But I don't see him. I pulled some cash out so I could pay him. These little things like that eventually I'll get that extra money from the insurance company and pay us back. But things like, things like that are hurting us. Okay. My wife said to wait and order at 5:45, didn't she? Isn't that what she said? I think so. And man, I guess the live stream starts real soon. You'll probably be watching the show, and if you're watching the show and it's like 6:30, stop watching the show, and I'll probably have a live stream going right about that time, and have some guests on it, maybe some guests. Kevin usually comes on and pulls a comic out of a slab. someone came into a store and sold him some Bronze Age horror comics. And I'm going to, whichever ones he doesn't have in his collection, I'm going to pick up from him. But he brought in this House of Secrets comic, and it was the one that he'd picked out to smash out of a slab tonight. So now he will have 2 copies, so that one I can definitely get from him. My mother passed away like 26 years ago, in 2001, and that was you're gonna think I'm crazy. Big Brother on CBS started in 2000, and I watched that with her, and she loved that first season. And then the second summer, she was in the hospital when the season started, and she watched, I don't know, maybe half a dozen episodes before she passed away, but it was something I always watched with her. So ever since then, I've watched every episode of Big Brother, and kind of in the memory of my mom. And it's gotten really terrible lately, but I keep watching it. But this season seems to be better. Like it seems to have improved. I know you think I'm crazy. I know you're not going to watch it, but if any of you do watch it, let me know. That means I might have to, well, I was going to say I might miss an episode tonight to do the live stream, but I watch it with my wife. So we'll just watch it on a replay tomorrow. She wouldn't be able to watch it. It's not right to watch it on my own. So I'll hang out with you guys tonight. I found a cool guy on YouTube that has a bunch of, the 1966 Marvel superheroes cartoons were fantastic. And they had those great theme songs by Jack Urbant and everything. But during the course of the episodes, they had library music, which is music just that is recorded, and it can be used by anyone for different movies. It's like Night of Living Dead and Plan 9 from Outer Space used library music. So the music you hear in Night of Living Dead, you might have heard it in some 50s horror movie. That just music that exists, exciting music, sad music, comedic music, and you can just pick and choose and pay the library company to use that track instead of hiring a composer and an orchestra or band to make music. You just get pre-existing music and just put it in, right? A lot of cartoons did that too. Ren and Stimpy in the 90s chose a lot of old library music to make it sound more like an old cartoon. Anyway, so people over the years have been, and the Spider-Man cartoon, which was done by the same studio, Grand Tree Lawrence, for ABC. Marvel Superheroes was syndicated, so it didn't have the same animation style by a long shot that the ABC Spider-Man show had for on Saturday morning. But anyway, this guy has a good collection of the Marvel Superheroes music, and you can listen to it or record off of YouTube. So got a YouTube here. I'll show you how to get to it. And there's several people that have playlists. They've gone through all these music libraries. Usually they're British music libraries, and they found yeah, there's some good shows I want to watch here. Okay. His name is Luke Skywalker 282, I think. Hold on. Anyway, let me show you. I don't know if this one was used in the Marvel superheroes or not, but come on, what's wrong with my batteries? Come on. I need to get new batteries for the Roku remote, clearly. Dang it. They're almost going to be finished with this job. Looks like they'll finish it tomorrow, these roofers that I was calling zombies. They are not really zombies. Okay, here we go. All right. So, his name is One Luke Skywalker 202. And if you go to his playlists, and he's not the only one that has these Marvel superheroes playlists. There's some other people that do it. He's got Beavis and Butthead music. Here's I gotta go to the playlist down here. He's got a Spider-Man play. No, that's not the playlist. Here we go. Here's Marvel superheroes music. He's got 35 videos. There's one he's got of Spider-Man 67 music. Ren and Stimpy music. He's got 839 videos. This one's just called miscellaneous music, so that he's put together. But one of them's pretty cool. Where is it? It's called Fourth Dimension, but it was used in the, remember the toy commercials for Kenner Star Wars toys? This is the background music of the commercials you used to see on Saturday morning. Hopefully this won't get me a copyright claim. So you can rock out to this. Anyway, I'll see you guys tonight. Take care.